Welcome back, my fellow designers. Today I'm going to give you everything you need to kick off your product design project and generate these beautiful reports. If you're on the product team, to start your project, you need to start with the research phase, which is market research, interviews, personas, and so on. At this stage, all you need is the data and the numbers and the facts, and you don't really care how you get them. There's no wrong way of doing this. There's just the manual way or the more efficient and easier way that leverages the power of AI and large language models. Please, let's just automate these steps because us humans, we have better things to spend our time on, like brainstorming, ideation, and problem solving. The data is out there. It's just a matter of collecting it, analyzing it, creating reports, and all of that can be automated with Claude. So let's get into it. I'm going to give you everything you need to automate these first stages of your product design, which is research and discovery. And this only works in Claude because I couldn't get ChatGPT to actually create proper documents in an easy way for me. And yes, I have a few tips and tricks on how to get Claude to create reports for you and save them as PDF. Now for the first task, you're going to have an assistant that will create a market research report for you. I numbered them in order of my process because there's no proper way to organize your bots in Claude at the moment. And also I'm calling them bots just to avoid confusion with our design projects because they're called projects in Claude. I'm just going to refer to them as bots. So number 2, we have here competitive analysis. This one will grab your market research and create a competitive analysis for you. And third one, we have trends analysis. It will do the same. It will take everything we've learned and create a report for trends. After that, we have a bot that will take everything that we generated so far and will create interview questions and surveys for you. Then another one will take those survey results and analyze them for you and create a report. Then this is a nice one. This one will take everything that we created so far and will help you prepare for a stakeholder meeting. It will give you talking points and it will give you suggestions on how to create your presentation. Lastly, we have a bot that will come up with key user segments for you based on everything that we've learned so far and based on your specific project. And another one that will generate user personas based on those key user segments. At the end of the video, I'm going to share with you everything that you need to know in a nice document for free, and it will include everything that you need to know to create those bots for yourself in Claude. But make sure to follow the steps that I'm going to take you through right now. In your Claude account, you have a feature called Projects. That's where we're going to do all the magic today. This will help you generate bots for specific purposes. But if you're on the free account, you don't have access to that, but you can still communicate with Claude using the instructions that I'm going to give you. Now, I have a bot for each task that I mentioned before. I've been working on these for a while and iterating and fixing them based on the results and based on my testing. So they're not perfect. You can always adjust them based on your own process and your own requirements. I just try to make them as versatile as possible for any kind of project. Let's go through the first example here with the first step in our product design process, which is market research. So I have this bot here called Market Researcher. It will analyze the specific product category market. And I have some instructions for it here, telling it exactly what to do, what information to collect. And I told it to use reputable sources and add citations to the document as well. I have some instructions for it on how to create this document for me. I'm asking it to create it in HTML, which is a file that you can open in browser, and then I'll tell you what to do after that. And then here I have some directions for it on generating this report, and I want it to be able to save it as a PDF from my browser. So I added a button that will be removed from the report once you save it as a PDF. I'm also asking it not to cut off any sections. That's just all based on my testing to generate beautiful reports. I've also added a few snippets at the end just to avoid getting useless text in the answer. I don't want it to describe what it's doing or to repeat the question. That's all just distracting information for me. I just need the results. So with this bot open, all you have to do here is explain your idea. You can add as much detail as you want or just simply describe the idea in a few words. Let's say, for example, we want to create a food delivery app. So all you have to do is enter the text and it will work for a bit. It's creating the code for the HTML report. And when it's done, you can see your report on the right side of the screen here. It's interactive, and it includes all of the major sections that you need for your market research. So if you're satisfied with this, you can click the download button here. If you're not, you can always prompt it to modify things for you. Like, say for example, you want to add a section for the number of users worldwide. You can ask it that. It will generate a new report for you. And there we go, we have a new report that includes the number of users worldwide. So if I'm happy with that, I can click the download button and now save it in your project folder because you're going to need this later. And also please make sure you go through everything and make sure it's accurate according to your project requirements. And what you can do with this file is you can open it in your browser. So now that you have the report open in your browser, you can interact with it here, you can showcase it here, or you can click that Save PDF button at the bottom It will open the print dialog for you and click Save PDF from there. And as you can see, it fixed it in a way that it will look nice on a printable PDF. There's also some numbers that are only appearing on hover in the report. I asked it to get those numbers and display them in the actual page if you're saving a PDF. Let me know if you have any questions so far, and I'll answer everything down in the comments. So now you know how everything pretty much works. Let's jump into the next step. And again, this is an order of my own process of starting product design projects. You can customize it as much as you want based on your own process. So now we're gonna take that market research report that we created and we're gonna feed it into the next one. That is number 2, competitive analysis. All you need to do is attach this and send it, and it's that easy. And just like that, it gives you everything you need for a competitive analysis report. Summaries on competitors, identifying their unique selling propositions, and comparing all of your competition. For the third bot we have here, we're gonna generate a trend analysis report. So again, put everything that we created so far. And now you have a trend analysis report that includes everything you need for technological advancements, customer behavior, regulatory trends, and even sustainability and environmental considerations, and we'll give you this nice graph at the end. Now, based on everything that we've learned so far, we're gonna generate interview questions or survey questions depending on your own method. This will help us get data from actual users to make this project customized as our own. And it's very important to get user data at this stage, just so that we make sure that we're going on the right track. So in this bot, we put everything in there, and it will generate user interview questions. And this user survey is created interactive in HTML, so you can send it to your users as it is. They can fill it up and save it as a PDF and send it back to you. Or you can take these questions and prepare your own interview. If you conduct live interviews, make sure you record them and then transcribe them so you can input them back into Claude. You can do that with many different tools right now. If you have an iPhone, Apple just released a new update that will allow you to transcribe right within the Voice Note app. And there's many other apps like Otter that will generate a transcription for you based on your meeting. It will even separate the different speakers, so you can tell which speaker is speaking in the transcript of your meeting. So now all you need to do is collect those survey results that you have, either by text or by having multiple documents. Any format will work here. All you have to do is attach them to the next bot, which is Interview Analyzer, and it will analyze all of the results for you and give you a beautiful report with everything that you need for those user surveys. I added my own selection of survey answers, and this is what it's coming up with. Now you have the analysis that includes all of the results for you in one nice report. Next up, we have a bot that will take everything that we've learned so far, again, and generate a report, a comprehensive report for you that is so customized at this point for your project so that you can share it with your stakeholders. It's just unbelievable. And to prepare for that stakeholder meeting that you have, I have a bot for you. Take everything that we've learned so far, all of those reports, throw them in this next bot that I have for you here. It will prepare you for your stakeholder interview by giving you talking points. It will also give you another document that has suggestions for your presentation. If you want to design a presentation, it will tell you what to include in every page. So it's giving you everything you need to conduct a meeting with the stakeholders. Meeting agenda, key points for presentation, anticipated stakeholder questions, and addressing potential concerns. And then you have another document that has everything you need, as in content that you need in every slide of your deck if you're creating a presentation. Now, if you want to create personas based on everything that we've learned, you can do that by generating a report that has key user segments. And this is very important for your whole process, knowing who the users are in terms of segments and demographics. Once you have that, you can take it and throw it into the next bot that will generate personas customized just for your product. And just like that, you have multiple user personas based on your specific project. It just gives you everything you need for personas, like background and goals and motivations and frustrations, pain points, and even user behavior. These personas are very powerful and very unique every time. And as with all of the other reports, you can download it and save it as a PDF and share it with your team. I'm so happy with the quality of output I'm getting out of Claude. It really replaces my research process. This is just so invaluable. I can't stress enough how important this is to include in your design workflow. Alright, I put together this nice document that you can get for free right now. It includes all of the details that you need to create your own projects in Claude. All you need to do is subscribe to my newsletter in the description below. and you'll receive an email that includes a PDF that includes all of the details that you need, along with full instructions. You'll also benefit from my weekly curation of tools and tips that will help you improve your design workflow with AI. Let me know if you like this type of content. I have multiple bots more for the next phases in the product design process, like defining scope and defining problems, creating a design brief, even a bot that will review your design. Let me know if you want another video like this, and I'll see you next time.